Never thought I'd find it, but I'm giving you guys a contracts question.
Whoa.
All right. Very important first sentence, this one.
Okay.
Bob, an Anytown, Ohio college student, was dating 3 women.
Fucking yeah,
Damn! Hell yeah, Bob! I mean, if they consent, then hell yeah.
Mary, Sarah, and Jane. He had run up a significant credit card debt and needed money to reduce it. He asked his sister Carol for a loan of $2,000.
Oh fuck!
It's like, I'm sorry, I have 3 girlfriends and I pay for everything.
Carol was convinced that the girlfriend Mary was the source of Bob's money problems. She told Bob she would give him the money and that he would not have to pay it back on the condition that he agreed never to wed Mary. Bob agreed and Carol gave him $2,000.
Never to wed though. You coulda. Okay, sure.
He's like, that's fine. I got 2 other ones waiting in the wings. That's cool.
Wondering whether she had made a wise decision, Carol consulted Alex, an acquaintance she believed was versed in the law because he had represented himself in a number of lawsuits.
Okay.
She knew that Alex is not a licensed lawyer anywhere, and that in Ohio, one must be licensed before being able to practice law. Carol paid Alex $200 to advise her on whether the agreement she had with Bob is enforceable. She has heard nothing from Alex, and he has not returned her phone calls.
Oh,
damn! Carol's just giving out money.
A few weeks later, Bob called Carol again and asked her for more money.
Of course.
Uh-oh.
Bob told her he needed $1,500 to pay off the balance of his credit card debt. He said he needed an additional $1,500 because he had an opportunity to buy an herbal concoction he said was a proven aid to study and memory retention.
Okay.
He was sure he could sell this to his fellow students at a profit. He promised he would use those profits to pay off the entire $3,000. In fact, Bob knew, but did not tell Carol, the substance he was going to buy and sell to his fellow students was an illegal drug.
Oh, shit! I knew it!
Carol lent him $3,000, and Bob signed an agreement that set out the 2 purposes for the loan and promised to pay it back in 2 weeks. Bob used $1,500 to pay off the balance of his credit card debt. Bob called Dealer, the person who had offered him the herbal concoction, and arranged a meeting. They met in a back alley near the campus. Dealer said he needed $1,500 to acquire the herbal concoction, which he would deliver to Bob the next day. Bob gave Dealer the $1,500, but Dealer never delivered the concoction.
Damn.
Then just completely jumping trains of thought, Bob and Mary got married.
Son of a bitch, Bob.
Hey,
you had one
no,
rule.
Bob!
Bob then told Carol that he had married Mary and that his opportunity to buy the herbal concoction had fallen through, so he cannot repay the $3,000 loan.
Jesus, Bob.
In a suit for breach of contract, can Carol recover from Bob any or all of the $5,000 he got from her?
No!
Can Carol recover from Alex the $200 she paid him for legal advice?
No!
And can Bob recover the $1,500 he paid Dealer?
No!
These are the 3 questions, but the question does not ask the most important secret 4th question. And I told you guys to remember this.
Bob is
What
dating
the
3
fuck
girls.
did dating 3 women have anything to do with this question?
You're right,
Sarah and
what the
Jane
fuck?
never appear again.
Why were there 2 other girls? And we got
I read
names for
this,
them.
and why was that fact established if it is in no way relevant to the rest of this question?
Because they want you to know that Bob fucks.
Sarah and Jane never appear in this question.
I think the person that wrote the question was trying to be like, my name's Bob and I'm gonna make myself look super cool.
It's like he wrote this fact, then forgot about it in the remaining paragraph because it doesn't change anything. That fact does not change. He could have easily been in debt with just 1 girlfriend. But the question starts out with he's dating 3 women. He gives them all names, and that's the end of 2 of them's importance. I swear I read this question 3 times to make sure I didn't miss Sarah and Jay being questioned somewhere. But
I can't imagine the question not having that though. After reading it, it's a necessary plot point. If it wasn't in there, it would change the context of everything.
I can't get over this damn question. All right, so here's how it starts. First, we gotta look at the 2000 for the don't marry Mary.
Mm-hmm.
What a contract needs to exist is offer and acceptance,
Mm-hmm.
and then consideration.
Okay.
And consideration is essentially just the bargain for exchange. It's the two things the people are agreeing to trade.
Uh-huh.
Now, on the surface, being told not to marry someone doesn't seem like consideration because you're not doing something.
Uh-huh.
Right.
But actually, the ability to refrain from doing something you have a legal ability to do is valid consideration. So paying someone $2,000 for their promise to not marry someone is enforceable consideration.
No shit.
Damn.
Yes.
Would there need to be some sort of contract written up, or was there one and I missed it?
Well, that's the thing. They don't mention if this was an oral or written agreement.
Yeah.
Because the statute of frauds requires contracts. Basically, the statute of frauds determines when oral contracts can be enforceable, and without going through everything, a contract for over $500 needs to be in writing for it to be enforceable.
Okay.
So if they wrote this down in any way, shape, or form, Carol can actually get the $2,000 back. Not that Bob has any money to pay her.
Yeah.
But Carol can sue him for those $2,000.
Okay.
Because but if it was oral, then no.
Nice.
Okay.
Haha.
Fuck you. That joke sucks.
Now, the second one is Carol and Alex.
He wasn't a lawyer, right? He wasn't
was
officially
not a
licensed.
lawyer, but she was really only paying him for advice. This one's hard to go because it's not like he misrepresented himself as a lawyer. She knew he wasn't, and she wasn't asking him to represent him. She just asked him for advice.
You know, at first I was going to say, okay, Bob is bad with money. But after this, I think Carol's bad with money and deserves to be punished for it as well.
Yeah.
And this one wouldn't even need to be in writing because it's only for $200. So given the fact that she knows he's not a lawyer and he's not holding himself out to be, paying someone $200 for assistance on something could be an enforceable contract with enforceable consideration. So this one could also actually be enforced.
Interesting. And that one wouldn't need a contract written out.
It's under $500 and could be completed within a year.
Wow.
That's another weird rule about contract that can't be completed within a year.
That's wild.
So Pridge, you're telling me that the two guys in elementary school that I paid $20 to give me skateboard lessons and then never did, I could get that money back?
Statute of limitations has probably run, unfortunately, but if you had been more on the ball, you could have taken them all the way to small claims court.
Damn.
Fuck yes. I'd never even learned to kick flip or ollie.
Damn.
Fuck.
Such injustice.
That's
right?
hilarious.
Okay.
So next comes down to the other $3,000 that Bob got from Carol. So $1,500 is to pay off credit card debt, and $1,500 is to buy an herbal concoction. So asking for $1,500 to pay off your credit card debt isn't consideration because you're just asking for money. But he does promise to pay it back, which technically creates a $3,000 for $3,000 exchange. The only problem here, and this is also going to cover the final question, Bob and dealer. If a contract is for the purchase of something illegal, it's unenforceable on its face. So the fact that he knew he was going to use that money to buy illegal drugs probably renders... Actually, just the fact that he's lying about it probably renders it unenforceable on its own, with or without, not even taking into account writing or anything, because he lied about what he was using it for.
Interesting.
And then that's going to carry down to, no, Bob can't recover the drug money he gave to dealer because... The court does not enforce the oral contract of drug dealing.
Of herbal concoction dealing.
Of herbal concoction / drug dealing. So if you pay your deal, that $40 for some back alley weed and he doesn't give it to you, Can't take him to court for that.
You're SOL.
Back
Damn
alley
it.
weed.
Some of that dank push.
Then, yo, check out this dank concoction.
This dank herbal concoction.
Hey, really quick, before you scroll to the next video, if you're enjoying the crazy tales of Anytown, Ohio and want to rep your favorite fictional town, head over to etsy.com/shop/SaveDataTeam and check out our Anytown, Ohio branded merch. They're stylish, comfortable, and even Cobra-proof.